VGo is a solution that we've designed to enable people to be in more than one place at a time. From anywhere in the world, sitting at your laptop or your PC, you can connect to the VGo and have the VGo represent you in a distant location.
Welcome, imaginative viewers, to this week's edition of Golden Age Technology, where we introduce VGo, an innovative new tool in two-way audio-video communication. The VGo V1000, a telepresence robot, allows a user located anywhere in the world to be virtually present in settings such as offices, classrooms, homes, warehouses, factories, and hospitals. Unlike traditional video conferencing, which is typically done from fixed locations, VGo offers easy and efficient mobility as the sleek robot, controlled by the user via computer, moves quickly and effortlessly across the floor.
VGo Communications is a combination of robotics and a communications company. The motivation came from years of experience in the video conferencing industry and seeing how great video communications is being used in the conference room, but not really reaching outside of the conference room into the rest of an organization or hospital or education. And so we saw an opportunity to combine robotic technology with communication technology and enable people who are remote to be able to go anywhere within an organization and take advantage of the great technology that's available today.
VGo Communications is based in Nashua, New Hampshire, USA. The VGo team has successfully created a practical solution that allows a remote user to see, hear, talk, be seen, and heard, as well as move around, just as though they were really in the other location. The VGo Telepresence robot offers businesses and institutions many benefits, including enhanced interaction between distant employees and reduced travel costs. The battery-powered unit can operate for 6 to 12 hours, depending on the battery size used, before it needs recharging. Supreme Master Television visited VGo Communications headquarters to get a closer look at this exciting development in communication technology and was graciously invited to talk with a number of individuals at the company, including one of the founders, Tim Roots.
The great thing about VGo is when you're connected to it, you can virtually go anywhere, and the remote person is totally in control of what they get to look at, where they're positioned in the room, where in the facility they're going to go meet with somebody. So it takes away some of the restrictions of the existing technology.
The VGo was recognized as one of the top 5 products of 2010 by the New Hampshire High Technology Council. VGo is a cute, stylish robot on wheels that provides those it interacts with the feeling of a human presence. At 1.2 meters or 4 feet tall, its round head features a video screen showing the remote user's face and a video camera acting as its eyes.
This is the V1000, so it's the first version of the product. It has 4 microphones, so it has great 360-degree pickup, like the best speakerphone you could ever have. We have multiple speakers on the product, so the sound from the remote side is replicated very well within the room and the environment, so anybody can hear the remote person speaking. We have a display so that you can see the remote person. Right now it's just the user interface. And there's a camera, and the camera, when a call is initiated, the camera will open, and this allows the remote person to see what's going on this side. And of course, we have wheels, and it's very light.
Operating the VGo is as easy as sitting at a computer and controlling a mouse. Both the remote user and the location where VGo is placed need a broadband internet connection.
On the remote user side that would want to call into the VGo, they would just need a PC, so Microsoft operating system, either XP, Vista, or Windows 7. We have developed a desktop client that they would download onto their computer. and just register in with our server. And once the association is established, they would add the VGo as a device that they could call into. Obviously, on their computer, they would need a camera and microphone and speakers and the peripherals to support that.
As the robot is wireless, the VGo must always be in range of a Wi-Fi signal in order to function. VGo's Ashley Wells kindly took the time to show us how to operate a VGo with a computer.
So when you initiate a VGo connection, this basic window comes up, and you'll see that when I move my mouse, the driving controls pop up as well. So the vertical line that you see here is our straightforward guideline, and this horizontal line is to turn you left and right, and also your slow speed. So when you want to start, you'll always want to start down at the bottom where those two lines meet, and you have to keep your mouse button clicked to go. Once you let go of the mouse button, you'll stop. And you'll see as I creep up this line, the VGo accelerates. So this is about my fastest speed, which is like a leisurely walking pace. And then as I go down again, I can slow down. And then when I want to turn, all I do is go into the right hemisphere, and that turns me. And then I can go straight again just by following this line. And say I want to turn left, I just have to go into the left hemisphere, and then I'll start turning left. So I can actually pivot in place and turn from left to right. And I can also back up a little bit, which is a little bit slower of a speed just so I don't bump into anything. And then I can go forward a little bit as well. And then I can actually move my camera up and down. So I can see the floor if I need to, or I can scroll all the way up top if I'm talking to someone really tall. And also there are controls so I can see how my Wi-Fi signal is and how much battery life I have. That way, if I do get low on battery, I know that I need to go back to the charge dock.
Now we know what VGo is and how it works. Let's take a look at some of its primary applications and how it can benefit not only businesses but also schools and hospitals. As new developments in remote presence technology such as VGo become available, we can see how truly important and constructive this form of communication can be.
VGo can be used in a wide variety of situations, but we see the most common are in three areas. There's business, education, and healthcare. So let me talk about business first, because that's where most people that are using VGo are in business. By far the most common application is where you have a remote worker who's part of a project team, or maybe someone who manages a company and they have multiple facilities. They can be in the facility where maybe the development is happening inside of a laboratory. They can be in the facility where maybe the manufacturing is actually taking place. The next area is in education, and there we're seeing more and more use by students who are homebound, where they can't go to school for either a short period of time or a long period of time. And now with VGo, they can go attend class, and when the bell rings for the class to be over, they leave the classroom with everybody else. And the big difference between this and maybe using some other technology, such as, say, video conferencing on a laptop, is that the student is in control. They go where they want. And for the school, it's much lower cost than having to send tutors to a student's house, or to send a special needs bus to bring people to school if they're in a wheelchair or something like that. Then the third area is in healthcare. And there's a lot of applications in healthcare, particularly training, where people are having to continue their education and there's a shortage of trainers. So now trainers can go help with that in various healthcare facilities. But probably by far the biggest one is what we call patient visits. And in that case, it could be a hospital or a nursing home where maybe you have a relative who's there and you want to visit them, but you're too far away. But now you can go visit them with VGo. And with VGo there in the room with that patient, you can talk to them. You can go out into the hallway to have a private conversation with a doctor. You can go to the maternity ward to see a baby.
Since being released in late 2010, VGo has already become an essential communication link for many in their daily lives. One example that truly stands out is how VGo has gifted one young student in the United States a brand new lease on life.
So some of the initial success stories is we have a student in Texas that's been on the news. He's a high school student and he has an immune deficiency disease. And so he cannot be around other students for fear that he will be sick. So he actually calls into his VGo every day, and he goes to high school from his house using the VGo. So he drives classroom to classroom as if he were in the school, but he's actually at home, and he's safe from being exposed to any disease. Everybody here is very proud of truly changing that boy's life.
Thank you, Tim Roots, Ned Semonite, Ashley Wells, and the other staff at VGo Communications for giving us the opportunity to have a first-hand glimpse at this exciting new product. And we wish the VGo a bright and successful future ahead. For more details on VGo Communications, please visit www.vigocom.com. Thank you, knowledgeable viewers, for your presence today on Golden Age Technology. Next on Supreme Master Television is Vegetarianism, the Noble Way of Living, after noteworthy news. May all be blessed with peace and joy in their lives.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/GAT.